Scientists in Japan are close to developing a cure for baldness after growing fully mature hair.
I talk about that.
Hey, I mean, shit. I'm like, my hair's gone. Like, you know, I hide it, but like the top part, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is why I never gave up hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, because yo, there's just.
Yo, man, say, man, if you go ball, just go ball. I'm proud, bro.
That's why I keep telling him he needs to just shave.
Yeah, let me just fix this so no can hear me loud and clear. You know what I hear me I say, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go ball and go. Cause when it come to ballness, me's a ambassador for ballness, you know. Cause me's a ball head man, you know. You see me? If you go ball, I'm proud, man.
But did you have your goatee and everything before you were bald?
Yes. Once
But that's my problem too. Like everything just taking too long to grow in. Like I just want, like I'm 30 plus, fam. Like I'm touching 40. I want this shit to grow.
You have your
in.
woman already?
Yeah.
Say, come on, then, brother.
Yeah. It should
Like,
be fine.
You see a man who go ball and him not have a woman, him not have no children, bro. Like you need to hurry up because you limit yourself right now. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like you get me? Like and I always tell people, yo, I always say to the man them say, yo, you know, say if you're worried about going ball and you have your woman, just ball off your head one day just to see how she gonna react.
Yeah. So if she leaves, if she's not there the next day,
Then you know. If she makes an issue, it's likely down the line when you do go ball, she might look elsewhere. So you know, you have to, you know, just prepare yourself.
Yeah. Just be ready with yourself. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, man.
But yo, we got some special guests here today at the Man Dem Show. We're going to get right into it because they're very, very busy guys. We got the boy West Hype in the building, and we got the legend White Yardie in the building with the Man Dem. Jeez.
I already
those
clicked
ones.
it.
Yeah. All of them.
All
Matt, how's you guys' Halloween weekend? How's your first time in 3 years?
Fire. For them that
all
year
the
there.
Hold on, so Halloween's a fire thing? We don't celebrate Halloween?
I have time for that, you know.
Yo,
To me, it's an idiot thing how they have Halloween in like one of the coldest months, fam. This shit should be in like August or something. Because I see people last night freezing their ass off in their dirty costumes. Like,
this is
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
one
no
of the
sense.
worst-
In them dirty costume.
yeah, the costume dirty, fam.
Yeah,
Probably one of the warmest ones, too.
Not really, you know, if the kids don't want to do it, yeah, like big people out there dress up and
Yeah.
like, yo, stop it. Someone already have on mask, man. Yeah.
Not the things.
It was some people put on some mask and you think to yourself like, damn, like
That's crazy.
your face, you know, like
So, yo, this is your first time back here in like 3 years.
yeah, man, just over 3 years now. It's actually 2019, so yeah,
So before COVID.
that's right, man.
Jesus
Before the
Christ.
big lockdown situation worldwide,
Worldwide.
mash up the place.
How was that for you? Obviously like it mashed up your touring, but did that help you just growing like your social medias and your other platforms and stuff like that?
You know, I've always been consistent on social media anyway. So during lockdown, obviously, it just allowed me to think of what else to do. But there was times during lockdown where motivation weren't there. Like man never really want to do it no more. Like man want to stop because it's like, yo, you starting what's really happening now. When are we back outside? What's going on? And you know, and it's like I feel like there was times when I didn't want to do anything, but at the same time, there was a couple blessings because obviously the world was adapting to what is happening. So more people are focusing online now, and it's like, yo, all right, who's big online? Who can we work with? So then brands and that want to work with, you know, because it's like, yo, so then you're seeing that, right? Still, fortunately, I as an entertainer, because I have spent years of building up my social presence, it has allowed me to still earn money now during lockdown.
Okay.
So people would come say, you know what I mean? But even then, it's like you still have to find the motivation to get up and do the videos and get up and do this. And I feel like people encourage me, like the people who've been following me and supporting me, because it's facts. But I call them followers. I call them supporters.
Supporters.
You get me? So when they were like message and saying, yo, respect or comment and say, thank you for helping us through this lockdown, man. Without you. So it's like, that made me feel like I have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And I had to do it. But people never really, sometimes people don't even understand. Say, yo, I might turn on a live and have an online game that we were doing at the time. What would you play? Was it what would you play? What are you playing? What are you playing? So we pitch a scenario. So we'd say, yo, imagine imagine you and your girl. Imagine you go bed with your girl or a girl that you like, pretty girl, and you can't get a, my man him not rise, or him not get up and him flopping. What would you play? So then you just play up all a song like Sizzla, rise to the occasion. Yeah, man. So we're being creative, but we were getting people to compete against each other.
You see, you guys definitely wouldn't like the songs I play. I play like 112 Peaches and Cream and
no, but if it matches, what it is you don't even have to play a whole song. You can just play the line. You can just something like what makes it's like somebody we used to get people to compete against each other. So we used to have people doing the verses thing, and then the audience will vote. And it's like we would do stuff like, somebody you just win the lottery. Your girl run off with your lottery ticket. What are you playing? Or somebody just play Rihanna. Bitch, better have my money. That's all you need.
One time.
But some just want to say, they won't see it. It's not. They might see. I don't know, but they actually somebody's ripped off this now for a show in the UK.
Really?
Man, and I just seen advertising while I'm here. I see this shit advertised. I'm like, whoa.
Wait till you get back.
Amazing. It's one of them ones where normally I would go mad and just start. Like really,
do
like
a video on it.
But I'm at a place now. It's like, you know what? Take it, man. If I don't want, take it.
But then you kind of look at it like, well, they're watching, so you're doing something
but
good,
they're watching,
right?
But then show me for do it.
Oh, of course. But you're not gonna. You know how they are. You're not gonna
and send the paycheck. We actually one of the last times he was here in Toronto. We played the on stage for Africa versus West Indies.
Yeah.
So we did like the Team Africa versus Team West Indies, and he was the coach for Team West Indies. So he was playing the song that Mush Up MC Bundy. And because it was so mad, like every single year we do Africa versus West Indies, it sells out and people come for real proper comedy. But the best part of that show was probably the clash, and it only lasted like 10 minutes. That happened in like December. So heading into lockdown now in March, when Yardie linked me, he's like, "Yo, we should do this online." And like the whole thing about the whole pandemic and being on social media is like we went through phases. Like the first phase was like everybody's taking shots online and there's a big party, then everybody start DJ, everybody start cook. And then slowly,
you found
but
different.
surely, it went from like just different things. Like you said that you got burnt out for a while and you didn't have the motivation. That's because we were constantly swishing and reinventing ourselves. Everyone's a talk show host. From the people. Everyone had a podcast. You know how much podcasts pop up on and that the time. True. Not even with no equipment or nothing, just the doing live. So I think that
like back in the UK, there's a saying. As soon as somebody come out with a podcast, they were like, "Oh, not another podcast."
Right.
for real.
Like, do we need another podcast? But I feel like it helped people. There's certain people who actually have come out of lockdown much better off, because it allowed them time to stop. They had nowhere else to go, so now you have to, work. You have to find something that's going to help you in a different way. So if it's a podcast, if it's a TV show, or online show, or something. If it works, it works. Yeah, man.
How did you two link?
They have a thing named phone.
How did you guys meet up? How has this connection grown between Mr. West Hype and White Yardie?
It was quite straightforward, West does comedy shows. I was new on the comedy scene. West obviously, building the comedy scene here in Toronto. Obviously, I'm in the UK, but I think the online presence that I was having and my videos, and I feel like Toronto people been, really, not swear upon the podcast.
Yeah.
Me not really cuss you, but just to put in the terms of Toronto people were really fucking with man from day one.
Yes.
So it's like, the videos were here. So I think West at the time was doing his Juice Cup, which is West Indies versus Africa, but he was also looking at the social media comedians now to say, let's use some of them, and I was one on the list. You understand what I mean? So he reached out to my management at the time to try. He reached out to me, linked in with the manager, and they were meant to they be going back and forth. I tell the story all the time, guys. I remember it. So it's like, and then we just said to him, but there was some. It was taking long because obviously West don't know me. West is only just going, and also I get it. West is taking a risk at what he does, because him bringing these guys who are just known social media like cool, you might have a social media present, but then he's like, can they actually perform comedy? He's never seen them perform comedy. So even though we're saying we're comedians and he might see us on shows, he don't know what we are doing. It's not like him come to a show and watch us. So there was like when my management is saying, asking for the fees and stuff like that, at the same time, he has to look at it like, yo, I've never worked with Yardie before, but I'm willing to pay, but I cannot afford this and that. So it was a lot of back and forth. I was like, yo, give me West number. Me call West. I'm call West. I'm in the conversation. I'm say, yo, me I come. Whatever you want to pay, you pay. We're going to make it happen. And I'm going to come and show you what I can do. I believe in myself.
Yeah.
And it was from there. And I told him, I said, even if you don't bring me, I'm going to come anyway because I'm seeing love in Toronto. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to be here. So it's either with you or not. And I think that there was the moment when he was like, all right, cool. And then from first time forward, it was just like he's seen it and he's seen the work that I put in. And I think it was even stuff, not just on stage, like off stage of talking and even little things like if I am a person where like even if we're here right now and you guys are setting up something and me vision and see something a little bit different when we feel that it could improve, I'm not just go sit and say, yeah, for them thing, them do them thing. I give it to you, even if that giving it to you means it take off 1,000,000 times better. That was meant to happen. So I'm like that. So I think me and West just vibe, get along, and then from there it was just like good best friends,
To be
like
honest,
close friends.
even more so than that, the suggestions of course is good, but Yardie's like a hard worker. So if we have to rearrange this whole room for the podcast and we see you picking up tables and moving this, he'd be picking up tables too. Like the second time, not the first time I brought him, the second time he came with one of the UK managers at the time, and I flew because we wanted to come back to do a show in Toronto. We're doing shows in Ottawa and Montreal. So I flew him into Toronto. He drove himself to meet me in Montreal, him and the manager, and then we drove back so he could fly back out of Toronto. No one wants to fly all the way 8 hours and then drive 5 hours.
But not even that. That same weekend you would do, because he was doing the shows in, I know you said it, remember, it's like you're doing the shows in Ottawa and Montreal. Yeah. And I'm like, that was the Friday and the Saturday. I'm like, yo, so Sunday nothing now go on.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a show in Toronto.
Yeah.
Let me do a show in Toronto.
You told me that.
And he's like, bro, and I'm like, bro, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I know he was like, well, I got all of that to take. I'm like, yo, and we did it.
Yeah.
And it was successful. And I think that from there was even
They
just
build
to
the
show,
connection.
It shows that, yo, all right, man, this guy is willing to work. I'm like that, brother. If me in your city for a week, brother, I'm not look for another day like, yo, I'm just going to sleep. All right, well, I did when first reach. Fly long. This time I did. But now,
him get old, you know. That was like the first time was about what? That was like 2014, 2015. You get old now. Different thing now. But yo, I kind of forgot about that, you know, because that was the first time when the band started. Yo, me and this guy now that we're running tours, we're the type of people that we have 14 days. We're trying to fit in 16 shows. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like we don't waste no days. On Monday, a Tuesday, somebody's gonna pay for a show somewhere, and if they're not gonna buy the show, if they're not gonna pay for the show, we're gonna find a venue and go do it ourselves. We do shows in places we've never been in our life. We don't know nobody. We just put up the flyer for whatever the location is, and we figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that's exactly when the madness started, because you said, yo, what are you doing on the Sunday? That was the first time you planted the seed of madness, and every time after that, bro, this guy's doing some crazy amount of shows, no sleep.
That's how we have to do it, man. You have to do it like that. Take
cool,
chances where you can, man.
Did his people get at you for the flyer, for having a mix up in the flyer?
What's that?
Remember you said you were putting out the tour dates, and I think he mixed up like Ottawa or
Oh,
one of that.
Yeah. Well,
And then my thing I saw and I was like, that don't look right, but he's from Canada, he sent it to me. So
listen, I changed the order on one side and just messed up the whole order. You know, I almost did it on we have a tour merch. And
you almost did it on the merch.
I almost did it on the back. Because if you take out one thing and it just shifts everything up, so everything gets messed up. So I actually put it on the website, messed up. We never printed it, messed up.
That's crazy.
So speaking about the merch, that's actually why you're down here. Your pop-up shop. Got the
yeah.
Yardie clothing, real Yardies in there. Jeez, what was the importance of having merch now as a comedian?
Yeah, well, you know what? This is again, it's like the difference with the UK and here, and I suppose America as well, is like it's West that made me really look into like merch. I always thought about it, but it's like I always think to myself, say, yo, people buy it. Like I don't think I'm at that level to where people want to buy a product from me like that. Like it's personalized. Like when you wear it, it's representing me as well. You know what I mean? I'm not dead yet. Me, I'm not Biggie and Tupac. You know what I mean? I feel like when you're dead, you put your face on a shirt. You know what I mean? Like, no, real talk. Like, but and I'm not at that level where I feel like man, up on a level where you have to have. So sometimes it's more being creative with what you put on it. But in England, they're not big on merch like that. You understand? But then coming here and then we're doing it, and it's like, I feel like the idea with what we use is like we kind of create merch that is obviously unique to White Yardie as me, myself, but also we create merch that doesn't always have to identify as that's a White Yardie's merch. It just identifies to you as well. So like even now with the Yardie, it's like, brother, if you're from Jamaica, or even if you feel like, you represent as a Yardie sometime as well, you grow around Yardie and you feel like, me I go on Yardie party, you can buy it, you understand what I mean? Like, that's the type of thing. So, and he's the one who was on me about merch and doing this, doing that, so that's where it started to come into the shows now. So even when I went back to England after the tour, the first tour, that's when I start saying, like, I'm seeing shirts, start bringing it into over England, and it kicks in. Like people are seeing it now and saying, they buy a shirt, buy a jumper, buy something, you get me? So they want to support, and that's what it is. I think more time it's just showing support. Because the craziest thing is like American comedians, like when they do meet and greet at the end of the show, or if they're doing meet and greet, it's like it's not just they're taking pictures. You can just go take a picture. You have to buy.
Yep. You gotta buy
merch. Or you have to pay for the picture. Yeah. Like, I couldn't do that. Like me personally, I can't do that. I cannot say to somebody, if you want a picture, you have to buy something.
This.
I don't do that. No. I stand there and you can still come take a picture with me.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want to show support, you get me? And I think that's just different, you get me? So man.
But before they get there, I'm like, you should probably buy something.
It'd be nice if you just should come up there with a shirt that he could sign.
We don't force you to buy anything, but it would be very nice. You traveled all the way from the UK. But no,
even just sign it. Even when people are buy it, like this guy print my face.
The 8x10s.
Man, I say, and people would buy one and me I sign it, bro. And I'm like, really? I didn't even have a signature or nothing like that. I'm just like, I'm working with this, but man, it's been amazing. It's been great, and I appreciate it, man. Trust me.
It's amazing. Well, we appreciate you and the jokes, man, because you keep it real with us. Really quick, West Hype. Where did this whole like promoting people and just helping people with the whole shows and because you know how the city is, bro. Nobody helps anybody. We're all to ourselves. You could have been a man that just kept all this to yourself and be like, I got White Yardie, I got Majah Hype, all these big comedians. I could have just rocked with it myself. Why did you decide to start doing these shows and helping other comedians?
Bro, to be honest, I think I've always been someone that like wanted to do multiple things, have multiple streams of incomes, like the first business I ever started was building computers. And that was when I was like 11 or 12. And then I went into video editing at 12, 13. So it's like completely different fields. And because I was doing completely different things, I wanted to like activate people where I left off to continue kind of going on. So it's always been, I've always known I can only do like, I have 24 hours. I'm not going to get more than 24 hours. The only way that you can duplicate your 24 hours is by sharing with somebody else. Now you have their 24 hours as well. So from like young, I've really been on working with different people. So it's never been about building something just for me to keep to myself because I don't have enough time. You know what I mean? So working with Yardie, working with Majah, working with all the local comedians here like Marlon and Big Norm, and getting them to the place where they can do their own independent shows and me have just a small part of it and a small help out with even if it's just the merch or even if it's just the website. It's almost like just planting more and more seeds that you're going to be able to reap and sow at some point in time. Even when you give it to somebody and just let, like Yardie was saying earlier, a suggestion for them to do what to help make their thing bigger or make their thing better, they remember that, right? And the chances are they'll turn around and say, you know what, I have an opportunity for you, Yardie, later. And even if they don't, you just put something good into the world, bro. It started working for me in the past, like when I was younger, and I just continued to do it.
True.
That's what's up.
With everything that's going on with cancel culture, do you guys like go into writing jokes like maybe I should, like maybe I shouldn't do this? You're seeing Kanye get left, right canceled. You think Kanye's getting canceled too? There's two-part questions, I guess.
with Kanye, yeah. I just got this. I'm not really gonna speak too much about it, but you know, it is the more and more I think you have to be very, very, very careful with media, because people can take a 1 minute clip of something and it can damage you, because nobody has the time to go and watch the hour.
Exactly.
So they will take whatever they got in that minute and
No
run with it.
context.
It's almost like when you and your girl not in good terms and you send her a message and or tell her something, she only picks up whatever didn't sound good to her and said that's what you said. She not hear everything else. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So, so that's what's happened to him in a way. Like I feel like he has spoken, but sometimes he spoke a bit too freely and choose the wrong words of what he used. I think that's what happened. I think more and more he's realized it. He's come out and explained more and more. You can see more what he's saying. But like at the same time, he's you have to look at it like, if somebody else was doing that, like would they get away with it? How come he's not? How come he's getting punished, but other people can get away with worse? Do you understand? You have to look at that. You know, there's worse stuff happening. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like the comment up around George Floyd was you shouldn't even said no.
That was
I think
crazy.
that's the one. What has not wanting black people don't want to even support him though, like to have your back.
Yeah.
They don't care if the like the Jews are canceling him, or it's because of his comments against Jew people. He don't really like the black people are like, we don't care now. We don't care. Like if you never said that, maybe we would have stand up and defended you, but you kind of went against us as well in a way. You understand what I mean? So I just think it's crazy, man.
Even worse than that, it's not his own narrative. It's him repeating the narrative of Candace Owens, who a lot of black people obviously don't fuck with. So you're following somebody that black people don't fuck with, repeating the narrative of someone that black people don't fuck with, and then just go and mash up a whole next race of people.
And then obviously before the week before you're posting the black white
lives matter
so
again
like,
with that because of Candace Owens.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, something mad there. But at the same time, like you see Kanye, like I think he's intelligent and smart, and I feel like whatever he done or does, there's a reason behind it.
There's a bigger play,
and we don't know yet. That's all it is. We just everybody's just like, oh, what's happening? Because like even the report with the Yeezy stuff that come out, they're saying, yo, like obviously they dropped, him and Adidas are not working together no more, but he owns 100% Yeezy. He owns it.
He owns it.
So already, he owns Yeezy. Like Yeezy is his. So now he's gone with that. It's like they cannot sell Yeezy. They only can sell replicas or something close to it, but they cannot sell Yeezy itself no more. So now he stepped away. They already put out that they lost how much, 200 or something million per month or whatever. So he was making them over $1 billion a year. So he's just that's how powerful he was there. Is that no, you're gonna lose over 1 billion because you dropped me.
I heard
so maybe that's a bigger picture where he wants to
he did everything to get out of the contract.
Get out of all contracts to be like, I'm sorry, people, I had to do that. This is me now, and then now he owns it everything 1 million% himself. So maybe that's the point. But anyway, that was longer than we expected.
But comedians now being a comedian,
you know, it's something I don't like, and funny enough, I was thinking about this the other day because like Eddie Murphy is like in my top 5 of comedians. And I always go back to like Raw, and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, that can't run now. Like never. You cannot, like words he was using, you cannot use those. And I'm like, I'm not saying yo like man want to use them words in any way of being offensive or rude, but sometimes the freedom of speech, we don't have it no more. And we do have to be careful with what we say and how we say things. It's like, bro, it's mad because you should be able to say a joke, but long as it's not disrespectful or degrading somebody, you should be able to say it in a certain way. Like, and it's like we have to overthink now of a certain things. Like I have a joke about like my son if he was gay, and it's like I tell that joke, and every time I go to tell that joke, I don't tell it that much, but every time I go to tell it, there's a feeling that comes like, oh shit, Yardie.
Get ready to cancel.
Don't fuck up now. They're listening.
Shade room in the morning.
Yo, brother, you get me? So it's like sometimes what I have, me personally, because I hate it because I feel like not say we want freedom of speech to say whatever we want, because certain times when you think about the old comedy days, it was wild. It was like they were getting away with like shit, like yo. But no, it's like what I do as a comedian is I just make sure I make sure most of the material, or probably it's like 90% of material, is about me and my life. So by talking about me and my life, you can't find offense to what I'm saying.
Facts.
Because I'm talking, you're laughing about my life. So I'm gonna tell you about me, my children, my wife. Sorry, they're the only ones can get upset. But them good, so them not worry. You know what I mean? So I will share those experiences because it's better that way. That way, you're not upsetting people. You know what I mean? But it's hard for comedians, man. Cause like there's some jokes you think of sometimes, and they're not racist or nothing like that. But it's like sometimes you just think of some joke and be like, yo, that joke's funny, but. That could make some people
very upset.
Upset for no reason.
And
like,
the
they're too
thing,
sensitive.
The thing
sometimes,
that bothers me about cancel culture in terms of comedy is a comedy club is supposed to be like a sacred space.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be a place. Especially when it's like even worse than like okay, you come to a big arena, you have all these different people there, get it. But when you're in a comedy club with like 100, 200 people, and there's the banter back and forth between comedian and the audience and that sort of thing, it's supposed to be like what happens in that room stays in that room, so to speak. But because of social media and filming and whatever, again, it's a time. There could be a time. There could be a time when something is taken out of context, and that 1 minute, even though it was a part of a 15-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute performance, there was something else that happened earlier that made that even more funny or whatever. It's taken out of context and it goes all over the internet, and all of a sudden you're being canceled over something that the whole room would have found funny because we were all there. You know what I mean? We were all engaged.
Do you feel the same way, Wes? Like when you're going into making some videos, sometimes maybe you're like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't.
I've not posted a lot of videos because like me personally, I'm not a comedian, and what I'm known mainly for is speaking passionately about things that bother me, right? So when I'm speaking passionately about something that bothers me, a lot of times it might piss somebody off, right? So I have to really choose my words carefully and try to think about it from every perspective, how this could go a different way or how it could be seen a different way. And then I decide, usually if I'm really pissed about something, I'll make the video and I'll watch it back 24 hours later and decide if I still want to post it. A lot of times, like, that will take away the relevancy a little bit because, the internet moves fast, social media moves fast, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice to not have to sacrifice not working with nobody ever again because nobody want to touch me, you know what I mean? So
that's what you did with Chris Guy.
I reacted pretty quickly with Chris Guy. I reacted pretty quickly with Chris Guy.
Would you be down to have like a convo with him? Like you two sit down? Or not, like you don't even want those views to get like mixed in kind of thing?
I would be open to having a conversation with Chris Guy, but I think I would have an off camera conversation with Chris Guy because I know on camera he's just looking for views. So he's gonna say things that he doesn't necessarily believe. He's gonna go into character. I don't want to have a conversation with a fucking character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real. Like everything that I put out is real. Like again, I'm not a comedian, so when you see what I'm talking about, and that's why I'll be quicker to be canceled because when I'm saying it with my chest. I believe what the fuck I say. If I'm upset about this, it is 100% my view, and I'm not gonna have a conversation with someone that's looking to just get the views. I want to get my view across. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
That's
Biggs, you got anything for them?
Bro, nah.
Sure.
No, I can keep going forever. White Yardie, really quick.
I can get another 10 minutes.
All right. Are we ever gonna get another White Yardie video game?
Oh, yo!
Come on. We need
Curry Goat Revenge.
You lie?
Yo! Brother, you know the maddest thing is? It's mad you say that because just like 3 weeks ago, I go up on App Store and search to see if it's not there no more.
It's not.
Curry
I know
Goat
the guys who
Revenge.
make it, he's one of my brethren as well, you get me? So like, I was thinking I need to hit this guy. I'm saying, yo, bro, I think it's time we do a new game, brother. I feel like we need to do this. It's there now. I'm bigger than I was before.
Yeah.
I got a bigger reach now. I got better marketing skills. I got West hype, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, like we could go. So, yo, It's something on my list. I'm telling you,
It
like,
should be. That was when we first met. That game came out, right?
Yeah, Curry
I
Goat
Yo, I
Revenge,
remember
bro.
people telling me about. I
Yeah.
never played it, but I remember always people telling me, "Yo, you know what? Yardie has a video." I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
"What?
man.
A comedian has a video game?
Yeah.
They're like, yo, they used to show me, and I'm like,
Yeah, man.
this is wild."
Yeah, man. Curry Goat Revenge. It was
That
a
game was
good.
bad.
Basically, all it's one of them running games.
Temple Run. It was like Temple Run.
Yeah, so you go the goats chasing the meat van, basically. That's what it is. and the meat van is throwing the boxes, the meats are dropping off, and you have to dodge them. But it's like you just seen how far you can get. You know what I mean? And then on the way, there's other characters that you can be. You can be like Usain Bolt. You can be me. You can be like Sean Paul. Like you can, but we have to change the name because obviously we didn't.
Yeah.
So it might be like Usain Lightning.
Okay.
Or Sean the Paul, like stuff like that. But you get it, cause we didn't have copyright.
Right,
But where these guys know me, they follow me and stuff like that. It'd be easy. Come say, yo, dog, give me two voice for the game as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So you hear my voice like saying, yo, give me a go buck you. Me a go kill. When you say kill, but we a go buck you.
Yeah.
Wait till me catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Curry who? You get me? Like,
Yeah, that game was
yo,
bad
dog,
still.
nice still, dog. Like,
Yeah,
Yo,
fam,
we got a card game out though.
yes, we
Oh,
do.
yeah?
Yeah.
What's that one? What's that one?
Yeah, tell us.
So basically, probably about I guess 3-4 years ago now, I made a game called Ottawa Meme, which was basically a spin-off of a different card game that had come out before, where you're matching these like meme cards, different pictures, to
Okay.
different types of captions.
Captions.
So
It's like the Caribbean version then.
we made we remixed it to the Caribbean version, and when I was making that game, I hit up some of the people that I was working with at the time, and Yardie was one of them. So he helped me write some of the captions for the first game. There's some pictures of it in the first game, and then now we have an expansion pack, which is literally all different captions based on his jokes, based on some of his stand-up, based on some of his videos, and mixed in with memes that are like different food pictures or different fashion pictures. So it's basically like kind of you make your own version of what Yardie would put on Instagram. So a caption and a picture, and you kind of match them together. So it's really written through his voice, and then anybody that likes his content online will love the game.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so where can we find the game?
Yardie.com, everything.
Okay.
Okay.
One place. We put everything at one place now. The
Shop,
merch, the
everything.
tickets,
Yeah.
everything.
One shop hop,
Come on,
or
we
hub
Yeah.
or whatever.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop. We built our own ticketing platform now too.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah, I
so-
seen that. And you
That's
can go on
proper.
and pick the ticket where you want to sit and all that.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
you
no.
got-
So what's on whatyardie.com right now is not. It's not a assigned seating one. It's just general, like you pick VIP or general admission. But
Dope.
we will be building the assigned
seating?
seating one
Okay.
shortly. But we don't go through no other ticketing platform, no Eventbrite, no Ticketmaster, nothing. You buy it directly on whatyardie.com and deal with us. Also, don't cut out the middleman.
So basically you're saying like on a business sense, like you just collect all the bread realistically. You don't have to do no percentages, nothing like that. It's just
Well, yeah, it's you still obviously we're operating as a business, so we still have to pay the processing fees and
Okay.
the stuff. So we have ticket fees that are still rolled into the ticket.
Yes.
But it's not the $19 that you would pay when you go buy something on Ticketmaster or whatever.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
So and we're able to kind of control the fees and lower them a little bit more because we're building it on our own platform.
it seems like you guys' direction now is to like create the ultimate independent comedian. Like, you know, where did you guys get that idea to like you know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't see this
Any
type
good-
of shit, bro.
yeah,
Merch,
fam.
you know what I'm saying?
Video
Websites,
games,
video games,
pop-up
like, what is
shops.
this? What are you guys on?
Well, I have been independent like my whole career. Like I've never had agents or nothing like that. It's always been me. Like every show that I have produced, especially in the UK, it's always been my shows. Like I get booked for shows as well. Like, you know, independent promoters doing show, but there's no big company. There's no big, like normally like most entertainers will have Ticketmaster. Yeah, cool. They pay them a fee. They pay them a fee, and then they just sell the shows. So they
Live
offer
Nation.
them like a crazy deal, and like, yo, Live Nation. They will offer them a crazy deal to a comedian or an entertainer. I'm like, yo, yeah, here's your money up front, all of that.
Yeah.
We
And
do.
then
We
they
take care of
sell.
the rest. You get me?
Exactly.
We don't have that. We do everything ourselves. So like even earlier when we was talking about I'm helpful. Like I do stuff. Like I said, if we had to do something now, I'm not just gonna stand there and watch you guys do it. If I can make it happen quicker, then why not? So we do stuff where like, brother, like there's times where man book venues and they don't have enough chairs or they don't have no chairs. And like when are the chairs coming? We have to order chairs online. The chairs are coming 2 hours before the doors open. All right, brother, let's go. And I'm there putting out
Setting
chairs.
it up.
Like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you come to a show and you see chairs out. Like, believe you me, I personally put them out myself and set them a certain way so everybody can see the stage. So independent I've always been, because I come, like, to me, comedy is a blessing in my life. Being able to travel, being able to go around the world, being able to make people laugh. This was never in my mind 10 years ago. Because it's 10 years now I've been doing this. It was never in my mind. I've come from a background of like, yo, I can't talk about this because my father passed away, so nothing I say.
Condolences.
Yeah, well, it's been 9 years now, 8 years, so I'm good with it. Like, I'm birthday soon still. But man can say certain things because he can't get being incriminated now, you know what I mean? But I come from a life where my father was a drug dealer, you get me? So that's the life where man see and know. Like, you get me, man say, yo, that me I do too. So man went down them the part there. I could have been in a different lifestyle, totally different. I could either be in prison or dead or something like that. You get me? I've been them places. Like, you see me? So this has been a blessing to turn my life around where, yo, man can drive on a road and not have to look behind me and say, yo, shit, police or who that. You get me? Like, man, you know, and I eventually can provide for the family, make my son and my daughter look at me and be proud for, you know, say, them father that I do things. So I've come from a life where hustling, you get me? So this, to me, just bring it into this game. So when we're doing the shows here, it's all independent, brother. Like, you get me? Like, man, everything. Like Wes said earlier, sometimes we turn up to places for the first time. I have probably taken him to cities that he's never been to in Canada.
Yeah.
Because of me, like, yo,
Yeah, no,
we
for
are
sure.
Goyaso.
Like, with the first time we went to Calgary, I'd never been there. We've been trying to get to Halifax for a minute.
You know how to pronounce Saskatoon?
Saskatoon?
Yeah, okay, you're good.
Saskatoon. No, can you say it? If you show me, that's scattered. I don't know. But even like the Calgary show, Calgary show, when we first did the Calgary show, we sold like 200 tickets and we never even had a venue.
Wow.
And we flew into Calgary the day of the show or the day before the show.
No, day of the show.
Day of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, day of the show. And founded the venue and got the chairs and everything in there.
Yeah.
And put them on and got ready. And that's a risk. Like, that's a risk,
Yeah.
obviously. But we know it's like, yo, we must get a venue, brother. We have 200 tickets sold.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
who's going to turn us away?
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The
That's
mentality
guaranteed.
behind that was like, if we have these tickets sold, we know that they're coming to the
coming.
show. So now we call around and say, hey, do you want 200 people in your place? Like, do you want
Facts.
200 people in your restaurant? Do you want
I
people
know
in the-
we've built a repertoire with that venue. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
and
Go
that's
back there
likewise
again.
though, because you know it is as well. Even bringing it to the venue situation is sometimes, you know, it is. I'm white, you get me? I know me is a white man, but my culture, you have something to say, because when you say certain things, people look at you like, oh, is he delusional? He doesn't know he's white. I know I'm white, you get me? But you have to understand, I'm that guy that when me make a phone call for book somewhere and them hear the voice, them not treat me like a white one. You get me? And that's just how it
real.
is. So you have to understand, I'm still at a disadvantage because as much as them see me, them hearing something different. You understand? And them not like that. So even with venues, it's like, even back in the UK, even here I know it's like venues don't, like the venues that we should be getting, they won't give it to us because they're like, who are you guys? So it's like almost like we have to prove ourselves to them before they know. Oh, be like, oh my God, do you want drinks? Do you guys want this? Do you guys? And that's where it comes. You get me? Like, we have to be proving. Like, so you know,
Especially the
that's what
comedy
we do.
clubs, bro.
Yeah, like
Comedy
Yeah,
clubs
yeah.
are stuck up.
brother, like,
Yucks and stuff like that.
I'm not gonna call no specific names, but
we ain't doing
not
that.
gonna
I'm
call
calling
no
the names,
specific
Dan.
names. No. To be honest, it's not. Sometimes, like, even if you say yucks, it might not be. There's yucks
There's so
in
many of
every
them.
city.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
might be just the one
Certain
club
ones.
owner at a one location, but overall, that whole network. A lot of times, like you're saying with the Live Nation thing, there's agents that will book a comedian throughout all the comedy clubs in North America, and they're just touring regular. So it's like the comedy club doesn't even know who the comedian. They have no conversation with the comedian. It's just the agents that are putting them in. We're gonna put this guy in here and this day, whatever, right? So when we call as independent people, not calling through an agency that they normally work with or whatever, they're already like, who are these guys, right? And then it's a Caribbean thing. Oh well, there's gonna be shots there, and I had people directly ask me like, oh, so do we need to do extra security? Do we need metal detectors, whatever? Like what?
Yo, me I gonna give you a funny story. Yeah? I give you a funny story. I give you 2 funny stories. Cause you make me even think about another one. But I remember used back in the UK. There's a popular comedy club over there, very popular. Like it's well known, like it's big, right? They have I think they have 2 locations in the cities, in 2 big cities, but they're well known. It's one of them iconic places. And I remember, like me I try my best emails, call up, nothing. Can't get a date. I had a booking, right? I had a booking for I wasn't booked. I wasn't booked. A comedian couldn't make the show, and he called me out of the blue. He's like, "Yo, I have a show." He's another white comedian, but I don't know if that's why he called me, cause like, he's like, "Yeah, you would be perfect. You're white, you know what I mean?" But he's like, so he called me, and then he's like, "Yo, I have a show. I cannot make it, bro." And it's at this venue. Do you want it? Yeah, he just asked me, "Do I want it?" And you know what? Like, cause it was good pay as well. I think that I was like, "Yo, why not?" I went there. So I went there now, and it was in Manchester, the city of Manchester. So I had to drive up and everything. And then a message. Do you know Raheem Sterling, the footballer?
The football.
Yeah, Jamaican footballer, Man City footballer, obviously at Chelsea now, yeah? So obviously we talk, like he's my brother and that, like man can message him and rare. So I drive up to Manchester and I say, yo, I'm in Manchester tonight at a comedy club, you know. He's like, yeah, him and his wife are gonna come. So I'm saying, all right, come through. So he linked me and we went in. When we went in now, I come in with him and that time I took him downstairs to the green room and we're chilling. Out of nowhere, the manager at this club where I always been trying to book from now comes and looks through the door. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, that's Sterling, right? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, we both went outside. He went and said, can I get a picture with him? And you both of you like, take a picture. He's like, yeah, man. And then we had a conversation. He's like, here's my business card. This is the manager.
Manager.
Give me the business card. Contact me. I want to give me dates. I've never even booked the venue. I was like, yo. Because it's like just to show, like, yo, like, what do I have to prove to you? Like, yo, like, people, like, you're gas over this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, another funny story is that in the UK, the venues that we struggle to get, like Caribbean people struggle to get, if Caribbean promoters, any part of the Caribbean struggle to get because they feel like, oh, they're going to cause trouble and rare this, is guess what? They sell out of spirits when we book them. They never have enough alcohol. You make so much money because the mainstream in England is mainstream and it's urban. Mainstream is what they class as the white circuit. Urban is what they class as the black circuit. When the mainstream goes to these shows, they buy beer and big kegs, the deals that they do on, and loads of beer and that, cheap beer. You get me? Shh. You get me? Piss your drinks. You get me? They don't care. When the black people, the urban comedy shows go on, they go into the bar and they order in the top shelf. They want the Hennessy, they want the rum, they want this. They're selling out. That's every time I do a show, I'm like, yo, make sure you stock up on Hennessy and rum. That's all you need, Hennessy and rum. Like, no one buys that. I'm like, no, these are buy. And every show they sell out. Like, so, so what, like, yo, you're gonna make money. Like, people spend money, man. Trust me, man. So, one of them ones.
To your original question about the ultimate independent, what did you say? How'd you phrase it? I like the way you phrased it.
That might be the name of the episode.
He's just a very independent person, probably from birth. I'm a very independent person from birth. A lot of opportunities.
And then when they come out and cut your own car, they'll give it.
Yeah, that one.
Grab your mother and say, give me the titty. Yo, they even pop my back, I do it myself. Yo, give me 2 nappy, I'm chill. Hey, man, say when they were from birth. Man say, don't worry about me, I'm good, I put myself to bed.
Give me susu, go on easy.
Not exactly what I meant, but something like that. Nah, but for real, we become more and more independent. out of necessity, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Doors are being closed or doors are not being opened, and we have to open them ourselves, right? That's why him and I linked. And another one that we're attempting to open ourselves, hopefully we'll open ourselves, is now the streaming thing. Why is there no Caribbean comedian that's on a Netflix or a Amazon Prime or any of these things? You have all these different genres. You can put 1,000,001 movies on there that people will never even fucking watch on Netflix, and you can't just put a one little stand up from a Caribbean comedian on there, bro. One time.
Nope.
So that's why we have to shoot it ourselves.
Because guess what? This is where again, is we have to show them, because you know what it is? It's a proving. We're always proving ourselves. They look at us as being so small. Like, look at us like, how much do they make up in? Yo, once we leave the islands, we're populating the rest of the world. Like, you have to understand, you know, like, like, Jamaica is producing people. Everywhere, every country is producing people in the Caribbean, right? Like, babies are being born every day, yeah? People are flying out, living in different countries. They're building other families. Yo, the Caribbean culture is so influential. Like, even the Jamaican culture is probably, I always say it, and sometimes it might sound biased, but I feel like Jamaican culture is probably one of the most influential cultures in the world. Because everywhere you go, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see a Bob Marley flag. You're gonna see a Rasta colors and this, and you're gonna hear reggae music. Even though like even we're going to this argument all the time with I don't know where you guys are from. I'm being honest, like, so I don't know your backgrounds either.
Guyanese and Beijing.
Trini.
I see. So it's Caribbean same way. But even when we go into like the whole Afrobeat conversation, and they be like, "Your Afrobeat is bigger than reggae." You cannot be. Like, you have bigger. Africa is bigger in general. Population is huge, so cool. But in terms of what it is, and you have to understand is that a lot of the African artists, they were fans of reggae and dancehall.
For sure.
Like Vybz Kartel inspired Burna Boy and Wizkid. They talk about this. They don't hide it. So it's not. And then even furthermore, it's like even when I listen to like some of the UK DJs, not even like UK DJs, like when you listen to the UK DJ, I don't know what it's like over here, like with the Toronto DJs who don't play dancehall music, but they play other music, like the sound effect stuff.
When
you hear
people
bro, like
saying the beep 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 all the time.
That's Jamaican sound clashing and sound system style.
And it wasn't a sound effect; it was literally the air horn.
You know what I'm saying?
We brought the air horns.
So it's like, you know, like it's been so many, and then you see it coming in. So it's influential in many ways. It's 100%, big in many ways,
and
bro.
to the point where even things that are deemed as UK slang or Toronto slang is watered down Jamaican slang.
Didn't a Jamaican invent hip hop?
No, but they don't. That's a conversation hip hop people don't want to have.
Yeah, of course not. Of course
they don't want to
not.
have that. It's like trust me, man. I always say it again. Like when you think about how small the islands are, but they're so influential in many ways, because even down to like Usain Bolt himself, one man paused the whole world for watching, bro. Like, you have to think about that, man. Like, Jamaica is big, and then it's the whole Caribbean behind it. Yo, but when I come to Toronto, I see a lot more love for Caribbean people in general here.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Caribbean culture here. You guys have done a great job of making sure that it's represented in the right way. I feel like it's no segregation.
It's not like that in the UK?
No, it's not. Like, yo, like, don't get me wrong. Like, you have a few, but sometimes it's like, yo, when the Grenadians have their thing going in, it's just Grenadian people. That really might catch a 1-2 other islands there. But more time it's like the Jamaicans are doing their thing, they're doing their thing. And it's all segregated. Where here it's like, yo, man in our room, and you have somebody from Grenada, St. Vincent, you have somebody, you know what I mean? Like mixture. Like when I do comedy shows, I have people over here coming from St. Vincent, Barbados, St. Lucia. Like, it's just a mad mixture. And it's because you lot embrace each other's cultures and don't look at it like, yo, this is my culture, I'm not going over there. You know what I mean? Like, no segregation, man.
No, we don't really feel that way.
I have to just uplift it, and I feel it's mad. In the UK, it's different.
I need to come over there, man.
Yeah, I need to experience this.
Yeah, I need to go over there.
He needs to move over here.
Yeah, we can swap if you want. You can swap.
If you want to go over there, and then you'll be like, I'm coming back.
I'm heavy on Gangs of London right now, so that's my show. I just want to go over the UK so bad, bro. Like,
go over there and do it, man. You just have to know what you're going there with and start doing it. Like, London is small, so like you get about quite a lot, and it's very small, very small. But yeah, there's a lot of, and that's the maddest thing. It's so small because like gangs are so close to each other as well.
Yeah,
Like this block is
okay.
against the block across the road.
Yeah.
It's so mad. Like I when I went to England, I grew up in after when I went there as a teenager, it was Peckham. That's where I ended up. Yeah, so like
Shout out gigs.
that's my people.
Yeah, man.
So that he was like his younger brother, like one of his younger brothers anyway. We were close, innit? So that's what, like, we're still close, but like we were very
really
close. Like we got to a stage where we was like, yo, that's my cousin. You get me? Like so gigs and all, like gigs, his mother house and that, like was used to the chill out spot. We used to go there and just chill out. So like, yeah, man, it's like proper. A man was in it,
yeah.
You get me? So that's why when I say to be where I am now is a blessing because
Facts.
my life could have went a different route. You understand? To where it is now. You get me? And I have to give my wife a whole heap of credit as well because she has helped me massively become who I am as well. You know what I mean? Because she's smart and she says what's on her mind, but she also gives me the greatest advice so I don't make the mistakes. You understand? Like she's been there with me from when I was involved in things to where I am now. And she keeps me level-headed. You understand what I mean? So, yeah, man.
She compliments you.
Yeah, man. And we make sure we represent each other when time we step out. So, if I go out, I make sure I give a perfect representation of my family. Likewise, children. And that we have to make sure when they step out, them represent the family. When you go out there, sometimes like, yo, look at them kids, them body, man. You judge the parents.
Yeah.
So, when you go out there and see kids that behave themselves, like, look how well behave they be.
Yeah.
Complimenting the parents. So, you know what I mean? It's likewise in a relationship. You know when your woman step out, she respect herself. So when man them see your woman, they be like, I like that girl, she keep herself, you know. Some girl that move wild, they be like, yo, them girl, they move wild, you know. When you, she have a man. Dog, if you my girl. You understand?
Couldn't
So,
be my girl.
Couldn't be my girl.
Right? So you each have to compliment each other. And when you're not with each other, you have to make sure you represent like you're with each other, like they're there in person with you.
Yeah.
So when me out, it's like girls might be like, oh, like his wife must be so happy. You know what I mean? So you have to do them thing, man. Trust me, man. So big up to my wife, man.
Big up the wifey, man.
What about you, Wes? Where you from?
I'm
Toronto.
I say I'm Grenadian by blood and Jamaican by honorary membership.
I was talking about what block you from. I wasn't even talking about
I say what block you from. Hey, you look familiar, you know, bro.
No, just say you know what block you represent. You know,
Scarborough.
Scarborough's pretty big though, broski. Scarborough's pretty big, man.
He wants on the Vern man them still. That's
Okay.
grew up with the Vern man them.
Alright. Yeah, man. Yeah.
East End thing. I live anywhere in the East. I never live in the West End. I live in all like 20 different places in the East.
You gotta go to the West sometimes. The West is fun.
Bro, you're an East End guy too, so
I know.
out
I'm
of
just
here.
saying, you have to go to the West though. Even though you're from the
East End,
East,
true and
you
true,
have to experience the West because the West has the West gal will teach you different things, dog. The West gal is teaching you how to cook. They teach you how to cook. They teach you how to keep up appearances, like you said, with your wife.
So East girl now them something.
Yeah, East End girls in Toronto, what list? I'm
just
sorry.
wanna-
Yeah.
I'm sorry, East End girls. The one
I
if you guys want to say, the ones you came across. Yes, the one I've came across. What list?
I can't co-sign this talk.
Just for the
co-sign
record,
this
like
talk.
they do not represent me.
The views
Gutsy.
expressed in this podcast do not represent White Yardie or Wesley Hype.
Yeah, that definitely was.
Just so you know.
Why am I saying, yo, walk let's go.
Hold on, before
Not
we
even
go.
say, yo, that word, that's a proper Caribbean. That's the, yo, then walkless. You know when somebody say, yo, walkless. Jeez, girl, them walkless.
Sam, I remember telling a East End girl, I put a chicken in front of her. She just started seasoning it. I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna clean that, bro? Like,
my
what?
God. No, you can't do. Come on.
Sorry, but yeah. But yo,
Views expressed in this podcast
Gutsy.
are that of the Man Dem
You have to clip that
podcast
out.
and do not reflect the opinions of
Really
Wesley
quick.
Hype or White Yardie.
because White Yardie, you're the food guy, right? You like to comment on the crazy
Yeah,
foods.
yeah,
Have
yeah.
you seen the pink sauce, the pink barbecue sauce?
How is it pink?
Bro, I don't know what she
No,
did.
but how is it pink? What she put in there? That cough syrup, whatever.
Pepto-Bismol.
I can't remember, but you never seen it. This is a big thing. Like, she's selling this now. She actually
What?
So at first she was selling it, and like people were complaining, saying yo it was problematic. Then she got on some show and da 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 da, and a big company went and backed her up now. So now she's selling the product for real.
But what makes it pink? Food coloring?
I don't know. Some sort of food coloring and something
How,
else.
but wait, hold on. Like, brother, like, is it sauces are not like? Wait, hold on. I'm trying. What is the sauce actually called?
It's pink sauce. You see?
Just pink sauce?
Pink sauce.
What's the flavor?
Pink sauce went viral on TikTok.
But what's the flavor?
It's like a barbecue ketchup.
All right, so what color is barbecue? That's not
Red.
like
Red.
A, no, but no, it's not like a brownish color.
Oh yeah.
But
Red.
Barbecue.
Sometimes
Barbecue.
red.
Yeah, barbecue.
So how you make that get pink?
pink color.
Bro,
Like if it was a light color, like a mayonnaise going to pink,
Yeah, yeah.
then you can understand it. But
yeah.
how she make it go pink?
Nothing good there in there.
it's
Nothing,
like,
Dog,
nothing,
like-
what does that do to your insides is my question.
yeah.
Whatever.
No, hold on, like that, like.
You still want to know how do you get pink?
Bro,
Basil.
not even that. How do you even dip chicken into pink sauce?
Like, why would you want to do
When
that?
your mind is dipping in like this is chicken and that's pink. How?
Yeah, chicken and pink don't even mix.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. It's like even today I did a video about these wings, these peanut butter
butter.
wings.
Peanut butter chicken wing. People are going. Wings nothing look like that. Me never yet. Listen, let me tell you something. I get it. Sometimes you can experiment and try certain fusions, but peanut butter and chicken. No, me not care. And nobody not tell me nothing different. Wings will look like this. I saw your wings will look. If you do some type of wings, them wings will look good. Them wings will look nice. Them wings up here, so them don't look good. Them don't even look appealing. It don't even look like mother want to try it. You know, sometimes you see something and you say, oh, it does look nice. I might try it. Me see that, me no want to try it. It look like it for flushing a toilet. It look like when you go a toilet and you bloop, 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 bloop and drop something in the toilet and you, yeah, that look like it. People are not lying me, I tell you. You know say it look like it. So why you make the people them know say it look like it? And them have the cheek for post this on social media, Instagram. The time when you have ban certain things and take down certain things, you need to start ban them. You need to really, you need to do, give me a job, Instagram. Give me a job so me can, when people post food, me see it, and then me just block them and delete them account. Because them are something enough to post on social media.
Like I'm like, yo, alright, I know sauteed chicken, but that's peanut butter made in with soy sauce and other things to make a sauce. It's not covered. Like you wouldn't fry some chicken and then dip it in the peanut butter jar and then take it out and be like, yo, peanut butter chicken.
Yeah.
Brother, like where your mind that's you have to be
Some
over
real
high.
pothead. Yeah, it's a real
that's
high
over
shit.
high.
Because I've been high. I've never thought to dip my wings in peanut butter.
No,
fam.
you've been high, but not over high.
Yeah.
You've been good high. Like over high, you start thinking shit. You know what I like? I like peanut butter. But I also like wings. I wonder if I put them together. That's some dumb shit. I guarantee once you put it together, you didn't do it again. you weren't high no more. You bit into that like shit. I need to stop smoking.
Yo, that's what they don't show you too. The people that make the food, they don't ever show you eating it again. You know, they just show you making
Eat
it.
that shit. Yeah. Have you seen her eat the pink sauce?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
She
she
ate
ate
it.
it.
Yeah,
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She ate it.
but the 1-2 other people got sick and were complaining.
Wonder if they had pink diarrhea.
Must see.
They start peeing pink and stuff like that. Oh God.
Must see.
That remember that food coloring shit is strong to change
Yeah.
colors. You know? So
Yeah.
it's like you don't want to put too much fuckery inside of your belly, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's mad.
yo, West Hype, White Yardie.
Yo.
Thank you guys for coming through. Really quick, I want to big up our sponsors, 25th Dynasty for the grabber and the rolling trays. Make sure you guys go hit them up on Instagram.
Grabber, you know?
Yeah, man. The grabber hot
grabber,
out here.
grabber,
Yeah, man.
grabber.
Shout out Brown Boys Vodka. Make sure you guys hit them up. I believe they're in all LCBOs and all that good stuff. White Yardie, West Hype. Can you guys give them your social medias, how they can get a hold of you? Also, you guys have a show coming up in November. Yeah.
Well, the whole tour.
The whole tour.
Yeah. So for all the tour dates and all that, you can go to the website www.whiteyardie.com. Socials.
At W Yardie. It's just at W Yardie. I should change it now. I keep thinking to change it to at White Yardie, but
It's White Yardie on Facebook.
it's White Yardie on Facebook.
Facebook will allow you to change it easily, no?
No,
Nah,
Facebook
leave
is
it.
White
Yeah,
Yardie.
yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
Instagram is at WYARDIE.
All right.
So you have to type the W and then the Y.
What about YouTube's and all other
White
website?
Yardie.
Everything white
Everything's
Yardie.
White Yardie. It's just the Instagram is W Yardie.
Okay.
Me, I'm West Hype on everything.
West Hype. Vegas.
FleetDJs.LAZVAGEZ. Fleet DJs.
Hey man, the
That's
Man Them Show, official on all social media platforms. The Gutsy Show on Instagram, Mr. Gutsy Guts on Twitch, The Real Gutsy Guts on TikTok, Gutsy Guts on YouTube. Thank you guys again for coming through. It's the Man Them, and we're off of this.
Yeah.
Peace.